The apartment was perfect. Small, affordable, filled with light. Eleanor, young and eager for independence, moved in with a heart full of hope. She unpacked boxes, arranged furniture, and hung pictures. Her life in this new space felt like a fresh start. Little did she know, a shadow lurked within those walls. The apartment wasn't large, just a single bedroom, a small kitchen, and a cramped bathroom. But the bedroom had something peculiar. A walk-in closet with a heavy padlock securing the door. Days turned into weeks, and Eleanor settled into her new routine. The locked closet, however, remained a constant source of intrigue. It stood at the back of her bedroom, a silent sentinel guarding its secrets. What lay hidden behind that thick wooden door? Why was it locked so securely? The questions lingered in her mind, refusing to be ignored. One evening, while unpacking the last of her belongings, Eleanor stumbled upon an old, tarnished key. It was heavier than it looked, the metal cold and slightly damp. A thrill shot through her. Could this be the key to the locked closet? The temptation to find out was almost unbearable. Eleanor decided to ask her landlord, a frail, nervous man who lived downstairs. He listened to her questions with a troubled expression. "That closet," he began, his voice barely a whisper. "It's best left alone." Eleanor pressed him, but he refused to elaborate. "Just promise me you won't try to open it." His words, spoken with such urgency, planted a seed of unease in her heart. Despite her growing apprehension, Eleanor couldn't shake off the feeling that the key in her hand belonged to the locked closet. The landlord's warning, instead of deterring her, only fueled her curiosity. It was as if he had inadvertently given voice to the silent whispers that seemed to emanate from the closet itself, beckoning her closer. The noises started subtly. Faint rustlings at first, like papers being shuffled. Eleanor dismissed them as mice or the building settling, but as the nights wore on, the sounds intensified. Whispers, barely audible, seemed to seep from the closet door. They spoke her name soft and low, sending chills down her spine. Sleep became a distant memory. Eleanor would lie awake, her heart pounding, listening to the whispers grow louder, more insistent. She tried to rationalize the sounds, to attribute them to her imagination or the stresses of her new life. But deep down, a primal fear took root. Something was wrong. The whispers escalated into muffled voices, then into soft, mournful cries. One night, Eleanor could have sworn she heard her own name, spoken with a chilling familiarity. Fear, cold and paralyzing, gripped her. The apartment, once a sanctuary, now felt like a prison, the locked closet a source of terror. Eleanor began to see things in the periphery of her vision. Flickering shadows that danced at the edge of her sight. Objects moved inexplicably. A sense of dread permeated the air, suffocating her. The line between reality and nightmare blurred, and Eleanor found herself teetering on the precipice of madness. Section 6. The breaking point. Driven to the edge, Eleanor could take it no longer. The need to know, to confront the source of her terror, overwhelmed her. One night, armed with the heavy key, she approached the closet. Her hand trembled as she inserted the key into the lock. A deep, guttural growl from behind the door made her jump back, but it was too late. She had made her decision. With a resounding click, the lock disengaged. The heavy wooden door creaked open, revealing an inky blackness within. The growling had ceased, replaced by an unnerving silence. Eleanor's heart pounded against her ribs, her breath caught in her throat. Steeling herself, she stepped across the threshold and into the unknown. Section 7. Face to face. The closet was surprisingly spacious, but completely empty except for a large ornate mirror propped against the back wall. Dust covered its surface, obscuring the reflection. Eleanor reached out, her fingers tracing the intricate carvings on the frame. As she did, the dust seemed to vanish, revealing a crystal-clear image. Her own reflection stared back at her, but something was different. This reflection moved independently, a sly smile playing on its lips. "Hello, Eleanor," it rasped, its voice a chilling echo of her own. Eleanor stumbled backward, her blood turning to ice. Her reflection, winked. "We've been waiting for you." Section 8. Flight. Panic seized Eleanor. She didn't scream, didn't hesitate. She turned and fled, running blindly through the apartment. The front door couldn't open fast enough. She didn't stop running until she reached the street, the cool night air stinging her lungs. Looking back, she saw her apartment window dark and silent. Eleanor never returned to the apartment. She left everything behind, her belongings, her security deposit, her sanity. The landlord's attempts to contact her were met with silence. She couldn't bear to explain, to relive the horror of that night. The memory of the whispering closet, the knowing smile of her own reflection, was a scar etched deeply upon her soul. Dissection 9. The Silent Room. The apartment remained vacant for a long time. New tenants would move in, lured by the low rent and charming facade. But none stayed long. Whispers of strange noises, of cold spots and unsettling dreams circulated. The landlord, his face etched with a permanent air of guilt and worry, stopped trying to lease the apartment. The apartment with the silent room, the room with the locked closet and the knowing mirror, stood as a testament to Eleanor's terror. A chilling reminder that some doors are best left unopened, some secrets better left buried in the silence. And in the depths of that silence, the reflection in the mirror waited patiently, its smile cold and knowing, for the next unsuspecting soul to stumble through its door.